Hi guys, and welcome to the Chris channel, and today we are going to talk about how to attract a Gemini man. Now, in a hurry, here are our top 5 tips for making yourself irresistible to any Gemini man. Number 1. Make your move soon. The Gemini man doesn't like to stick around. Number 2. Don't plan too far ahead. Number 3. Don't be predictable. Number 4. When it comes to sex, don't be prudish. And number 5. Take risks. But if you're really serious about getting that Gemini man, you might want to try our secret technique. Just click this link that it is also in the comments and in the video description. Now, why set your heart on a Gemini man? There is never a dull moment with a Gemini man. He has a real zest for life and genuine sense of adventure. If you are an energetic and dynamic individual, here are always the go and enjoy your own space and company from time to time. The Gemini male is the man for you. Winning the Gemini man. There are 2 major challenges when trying to win the affections of a Gemini man: getting him alone and keeping up with him. One of the most famous Gemini men is Bob Dylan, and no other sign of the zodiac could be more accurately described as a rolling stone. The Gemini man hates to gather moss. Both the jazz musician Miles Davis and the beat poet Allen Ginsberg were Gemini men, which might give you some idea of the irrepressible energy associated with this particular sign of the zodiac. At work, the Gemini man may be a little hard to pin down as he tends to be a worldly dervish of activities. He finds administrative red tape to be enormously frustrating and, in his effort to free himself from his restriction, will almost certainly tangle himself up in knots. He will be very appreciative of anyone who can free him of those bureaucratic irritations and allow him to concentrate on what it is best at, generating and communicating new ideas that will improve productivity and effectiveness. The most important thing to remember in relationships to the Gemini man and the workplace is that he is unlikely to stick around for a very long time. He has a tendency to change his employers and even his entire career path as often as most people change their underwear. So, if you set your heart on a Gemini man, you can afford to equivocate or play it safe. Make your move. The Gemini man also likes to learn new skills and increase his knowledge. So a night school course might be a great place to scout out one of these professional nomads. The Gemini man loves to travel and will enjoy nothing more than exchanging stories of exciting holidays in exotic locations. If your passport is liberally stamped, you have got the perfect in for a conversation with a Gemini man. Holiday snaps are great, too, but never more than them. He just doesn't have the attention spans. Sneak in a sexy bikini shot accidentally and you can press 2 buttons at once. If you're really not well traveled, don't worry. The Gemini man is a chatterbox by nature. He doesn't take a great deal of drawing into a conversation. In fact, the more frivolous and frothy the subject matter is, the better. However, if you set your sights on a particular Gemini man and you share an interest with him, be it political, music, or a particular television show, it certainly won't hurt to steer the conversation towards its common ground. Just remember, don't stick to the same subject for too long, and once the Gemini man has moved on to another topic, don't be tempted to take the conversation back again. Now, don't be put off if the Gemini man doesn't respond enthusiastically to you in regards to the stage of your camping. If a frequently occurring character trait of the Gemini to be distant and a little cool. Don't take any displays of aloofness to heart. Keep in mind, in general, you have to be something of a mind reader when it comes to the Gemini man, as they rarely give anything away. The most important thing to remember when making your move on or making yourself available to the Gemini man is never to give the impression that you are looking for a long-term relationship with all the entails in terms of commitment. The Gemini man is happy to just see how things go and take it one day at a time. However, if you handle him just right, one day at a time can add up to many years as you like. Now, the ideal date for a Gemini man. Single location dates are a big no-no for the Gemini, so forget about 3-course meals or an opera. The perfect date should consist of a series of vintages, a quick bite to eat in one location, a couple of drinks somewhere else, and it makes up for a good long. Gemini men be turned off by a date that feels like it's running to an itinerary or a strict schedule. As far as dates are concerned, the Gemini men favor words, so let's just see what happens. Now, what to wear for the Gemini men? The Gemini men always respond well to the color orange, as it suggests energies and sensuality simultaneously. Try to avoid anything remotely conservative. In fact, it is best to plump for something a little bit flirty, sometimes to keep his eyes very much focused on you, because if there is one major Gemini failing is the tendency to be slayed of his wandering eyes. Now, gifts for the Gemini man. Anything that carries a whiff of novelty will be appreciated by the Gemini man, particularly the latest gadgets. Anything that elicits the response that "what is this?" is a surefire winner. The Gemini man loves of learning also offers a fedora of opportunities for gifts, a book, and facts, particularly a how I really didn't know that kind of facts are a source of endless fascination for the Gemini's man. Sex and the Gemini man. For the Gemini man, sex, as with practically everything else in his life, is about excitement and change. For that reason, sex with a Gemini man can be as an incredible experience, but it isn't for the prudish and conservative. If you are willing to experiment and inject a little fun into the naughtiness into your sex life, the Gemini man is likely to become bored, and bored Gemini men won't stick around for a very long time. However, doesn't mean that you have to constantly reinvent yourself for this purpose. Small, subtle changes are sufficient. A different location, a retraining of other things, or even a new perfume are all enough to keep the Gemini men on their toes. For the Gemini man, sex isn't purely a physical activity. It's a mental and creative endeavor. For that reason, he is likely to be excited by what you say as by you wear or don't wear. Of all signs of the zodiac, no one enjoys a role-playing and fantasies as much as the Gemini man. Now, keeping your Gemini's man. In principle, it couldn't be more simple. Don't let the Gemini get bored. Ever. This is where you have to ask yourself if you have the energy, the inventiveness, and the spirit to keep up with the Gemini man. It certainly isn't a relationship for the faint-hearted. However, if you thrive on change and have mortal fear of boredom, you and the Gemini man can have an extraordinary life together. So guys, those were the tips for getting that Gemini's man. If you liked the video, please give me your like and remember to subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video.